boys and girls, my name is Teacher Lisa, and today we're going to be discussing an easy home activity focusing on our children's fine motor skills. So we'll talk about the materials that we would need first. So today, like I said, we're going to do Play-Doh shapes, so you will need some Play-Doh. You can either make it at home, which you can find some easy recipes online. Usually it's flour, warm water, salt, and oil. And then to make it a little bit more fun and colorful, you can use Jello powder to color it, as well as it can be very smell good to the children. So you would need Play-Doh, you will need a marker, and you will need a piece of construction paper. So for the construction paper, you will need to trace some shapes. So I did pretty easy ones for them: square, circle, heart, rectangle, and triangle. So like I said, this is an activity for them to strengthen their fine motors, and it's also a great way to play with something fun all while learning about shapes. You can make the Play-Doh, like I said, or you can buy it from the store. Making it together is also a great activity to do. It will teach you to use some simple rolling techniques on how to get the Play-Doh this shape. They also can use their fingers to squish it down, which I'll demonstrate in a second, along the line to create the shape. And then also in them using the Play-Doh, with them manipulating it into a shape, it helps strengthens their muscles in their hands and leads to better hand control. So especially because some of them will be going to kindergarten soon, and they will need strong hand muscles in order to, use scissors and paper, markers and crayons and holding it correctly and using Play-Doh. It does help strengthen their hand muscles. So what I did was, on the piece of construction paper, I did trace some shapes, and it can be whatever shapes you want. I did more straight ones. The straight ones are always going to be easier for them, because when they get to the circle, the ones with curves, they're going to be a little bit harder. They don't know how to manipulate it to make it curve that way. So what you can do with them is put it down like this, and then so they're not going to obviously use the whole piece. What I do with my students, I do have them break off a piece, and I have them play with it for a little bit just to make it easier. And then like I said, we're going to learn some rolling techniques. So either as they squish it, either they can use their palms to roll it back and forth, or they can do it on the table and use their fingers to roll it. So it's easier with two. And then they'll notice that as they do this, the Play-Doh is stretching and growing longer. And then they can try it and see if this will fit on anything. And like I said, they can go around it, but it can possibly be rolled to be longer so that it can go this way as well. So you just have to keep encouraging them that maybe if they keep rolling it, it can get longer, it'll grow longer, and maybe they only have to use one piece of Play-Doh to actually do one shape. So roll it, and then ask them to see where it fits. So I'm going to do the Play-Doh, the triangle, and yeah. And then they put it on top, and then they made a triangle. For the children who do not have the strong motors and cannot do this, like I said, there's that pushing technique where some children just get the Play-Doh, and instead of rolling it, they do this. They get the Play-Doh, and they literally will just follow the line with it and push on it. And that as well strengthens their motors, because if you notice, they are pulling it apart and using their hands. So this is also a great technique that they can use too. And then you can just go into depth with them about a triangle has straight lines, and a circle has curved lines, and a square has 4 sides, straight sides, and 4 corners. And then, so this is the pushing technique that I was talking about. You will get some children who will not roll it or cannot roll it, or their muscles are just not strong enough. So they can also use this technique as well. So as I stated, this is a fine motor activity, a great way to do something fun while learning about their shapes. You can also make the Play-Doh. You don't have to buy the Play-Doh. Very simple ingredients, flour, water, oil, salt, and warm water. Simple rolling techniques, which I showed you how to do with your hands. The squishing technique, which was this one, and manipulating the Play-Doh. Remember, it will help strengthen their fine motors, and it leads to better hand control. So those are the actual things that they will learn in doing this activity. And I hope you had fun watching, and thank you.